Hello. Welcome to this new video, and in this new video we are going to configure router 1 and router 2 with EIGRP. I'm going to configure router 1 with EIGRP and router 2 with EIGRP, and then I'm going to translate EIGRP to OSPF. So what that's going to do is actually going to called Redistribute. So it's going to redistribute EIGRP to OSPF and OSPF to EIGRP. Okay, so OSPF could talk to this router that is running or using EIGRP. So if we go to this router, this last one all the way at the end, and we do enable, and we try to ping this interface right here, we won't be able to do it because it's running EIGRP and not OSPF like the other routers are. And there it is timing out. So I'm not able to ping this router right here or this interface on router 2 because it's not translating EIGRP to OSPF. And that's what we want to do in this video. And if you haven't watched my video, the one that I did before this one, I configure OSPF multi-area, so you should go ahead and watch that before you can continue with this video. Okay, so well, if you watched the video before and configure this topology or this network, you can go ahead and start this video. So let's go ahead and go to router 1. Let's start with router 1. Make this bigger for you guys. And let's do a show interface here. Show IP. Let's show IP protocols to see what protocols we're running. And you can see right here we're not running any protocols. But if we do it on router 2, you're gonna see that I'm actually running OSPF. There it is. OSPF with process ID of 1. And also on this router as well. There we go, OSPF, process ID of 1, and I'm running that through my network. If you watched the video before, this one. So since this one is not running anything, and I want to configure EIGRP 100, let's go ahead and do that now. Configure terminal, router, EIGRP 100. And then here we have to add that network, and that network that I want to add is 10.1.1.0, and then wall car mask of 255. And this is done. So I have to go ahead and do the same to router 2 because this one is only running OSPF, but I want it to run both so it can translate EIGRP to OSPF. So let's go ahead and do config terminal router EIGRP 100, and let's paste that network because it's the same network that we are going to run. And as you can see right here, we already have a neighbor, which is router 1. Right? If we go in show IP EIGRP, we could say neighbors. We can see right here that we have a network on gigabit 0/1, which is this one over here, and it's this router right here, which has this IP address of 10.1.1.1. And also you can see a show IP route. Well, since it's directly connected, it won't show here. And if we go to this router and we want to see, now let's go to this router then, since I messed up like I always do. If we go to enable show IP route, we don't have that route yet to that EIGRP, and that's what we're going to configure on router 2. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's start with EIGRP. I'm sorry, EIGRP 100. And on here, what we have to do is call this redistribute OSPF, purse ID of 1. And now it's going to ask us a couple questions. You want to do a match or a metric? We're going to do a metric. Oops. Another question is the bandwidth. And when can we get the bandwidth? We can get the bandwidth from that interface, which is gigabit 0/0. This interface, we gotta get the bandwidth and other questions that it's going to ask us. So we have to go on and show IP interfaces, and then gigabit 0/0, or show IP interfaces. It's only giving us that. So let's go show interfaces 0/0. This is the correct one. Okay, so here it is. We have the bandwidth that we're gonna have to use. MTU, reliability as well, 255, the load, which is 1, and the delay, which is 10 seconds. So we're gonna have to use that. Config terminal, router, EIGRP 100, redistribute OSPF purse ID of 1. We're going to use metric. The first question is going to be the bandwidth. So let's go ahead and take it from gigabit 0/0, which is this interface that is running OSPF, and that's the one that we want to translate. And so let's go ahead and bandwidth, copy that, paste it right here. The next question is going to be the delay. So we have to get the delay from that interface, which is 10. We can go ahead and paste that there. The next question is reliability, and we can also get it from here. Reliability is 255. You can go ahead and type that, 255. The next question is loading, and loading is 1. You can see it right here. So let's go ahead and type 1. The next one is MTU, which is 1500. And go ahead and paste that there, and that's it. So we are done with configuring that OSPF to translate it, right? So the next one that we have to do is router, OSPF, purse ID of 1, and we have to configure now redistribute. So now we have to do from OSPF to EIGRP 100, which is the one that we are using, right? So we're doing OSPF to EIGRP. Since we were done to EIGRP to OSPF, we already did that. Now let's go ahead and do, and all you have to do for this one is subnet, and here it is. So now we have to give it a couple seconds. Let's do N. Now if we do show IP protocols, we should be able to see 2 protocols here running. You can see right here it's running EIGRP 100, and we're also running, okay, EIGRP, I have to delete that one, I did it by accident, and OSPF 10. So let's go ahead and disable that so we don't get confused later, because it's supposed to be 100, not 10. So config terminal, no, this one, no, router, EIGRP, and now show protocols, show IP protocols. And here we go, EIGRP 100 and then OSPF 1. Okay, so this router is running both of them, and what it's going to do now is going to, when EIGRP goes out this way, it's going to translate it into OSPF. So this routers can communicate, and when it comes in, it's going to from OSPF to EIGRP. So now if you do a show IP route on this, show IP route, here it is. As you can see, we have an OSPF E2, and E2 stands for OSPF external type 2. So now we have this route to this network. So now we should be able to ping 10.1.1.1 and 10.1.1.2. There it is. We should also be able to do it from here, which we were not able before, like I showed you. And now we should be able to do it. And here it is. And that is why, and this is working because show IP route, it is redistributing, or translating OSPF into EIGRP and EIGRP into OSPF. So from here, let's also do a and show IP route, and you can see right here that it added this route to OSPFs, doing the D, which is EIGRP, and also doing the EX, which stands for, see if I can find it here. Can anybody help me find it? Okay, E, it can't be that far. EX, so EIGRP external. So it's running EIGRP and EIGRP external. Okay, so we should be able to ping any network, any of this network. So if we do 10.1.5.1, ping .2, .4.2, .4.1, .3.1, .3.2, .2.2, and .2.1, and of course .1.1 and .1.2, and here it is. So this is it for this network, for this topology. And on the next one, I just want to configure some BTP. I'm going to do some VTP, some DHCP, and more stuff. So I'll see you on the next one, which is going to be the part 3. Bye bye, guys.